Hi, I'm Bo with Square Scrub, and I'm here today to introduce you to the most versatile floor maintenance system available, the Pivot. The Pivot comes in a 20-inch by 14-inch size or a 28-inch by 14-inch size. In this video, we're going to look at the Pivot. We're going to take a look at the components. We're going to see the Pivot in action. We're going to talk about how to prepare it for use, how to prepare it for storage, and we're going to talk about the wide variety of applications for the Pivot. So let's get started. You know, as we begin the overview of the Pivot and the components, one of the first things I want you to know is that the Pivot is built in the heartland of America in Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's built by American workers in an American factory, and so your purchase of the Pivot goes to support your fellow Americans. Now, as we get into the components, let's take a look at the handle of the Pivot, because the handle has one unique feature in that it does not require a secondary switch. So there's no secondary switch you have to hit before you grab the handle and begin to operate the Pivot. That's because we designed this specifically to work with our machines. Another thing on the handle is that if you need it, you can actually equip the handle with an optional hour meter. Now, moving down the handle, you'll see that we have a quick release cord release, so you can turn the handle and pull the cord right off and get to work. At the base of the handle, we have a 4-position adjustment. So the handle can be adjusted back for operator comfort. An option at the base of the handle is an optional 2-piece handle. Now, this is very convenient if you're going to transport your Pivot. If you need to take the handle off and then put it back on when you get to the job site, the optional 2-piece handle might be for you. This allows you to transport the Pivot in pretty much any automobile. On the base of the Pivot, you're going to find the weight stacks, which you'll leave on for most applications, but for certain applications such as cleaning carpet with your Pivot, you'll want to remove them. You'll find the high-quality stainless steel deck and the standard dust skirt. Now, let's take a look at how you prepare your Pivot for use. To begin using your Square Scrub Pivot, tilt the machine back and apply the appropriate pad to the driver or grip face. Determine whether or not you need the weight stack. Unless you're cleaning carpet, you'll probably want to leave the weight stack on your Pivot. Release the handle, lower it to a comfortable operating position, and relock it. Plug your Pivot in, and notice that when there's power coming to the Pivot, the plug lights up. In order to operate the Pivot side to side, simply lift up on the handle, which lifts the wheels off the ground, and then move the Pivot in the direction you want. This is especially helpful for cleaning along walls and edges. The Pivot is great for cleaning tile and grout, dry stripping finished resilient flooring, luxury vinyl sheet goods or tile, polishing concrete and stone, cleaning carpet, and even sanding wood floors. There are 2 primary accessories you can use with your Square Scrub Pivot. The solution tank can be used for carpet and for stone and concrete polishing. A HEPA vacuum can be added to your Pivot to help reduce airborne particulate. This vacuum plugs right into the same circuit that the Pivot uses and will run off of any standard outlet. So there you have it. You now know how to use the Square Scrub Pivot. If you'd like to see the Pivot in your facility, reach out to your local Square Scrub representative.